I really believe that people can tackle far more than they think they can. My name is Veronika Scott. I'm 24 years old, and I'm the CEO and founder of the Empowerment Plan here in Detroit. I think women have a really difficult time understanding how valuable they are. The idea of self-worth is very important to me because I grew up a kid of addicts, and we were kind of set up for failure. We were set up in a hole that we had to climb our way out of. I ended up getting a great scholarship to go to college, and a class ended up changing my entire life.
Get ready for an inspiring story, made even more inspiring by the fact that the folks in Washington put out statistics that are a little dubious. For example, we hear now unemployment is down to 5.5%, the economy's improving, but when you take a look at the notable decline in labor participation, you look at that unemployment statistic and go, I don't believe it.
Yeah, homelessness also remains a very prominent problem in America, especially in Detroit and inner cities. While our leaders in Washington debate ways to combat this, some community leaders are taking the matter into their own hands.
Take it from me, as a recovering congressman, you can't wait on Washington. And our next guest is not waiting on Washington. She's already really introduced herself to you. You heard about her. Now we'll find out more, as she is the CEO and founder of the Empowerment Plan, a nonprofit based in Detroit aiming to serve the homeless community. Veronika Scott, it is so good to have you here on America's Forum as you Skype in from Detroit. Tell us about your organization and what it is you're doing.
Well, thank you so much for having me here. I'm really excited. This is really wonderful. And to talk about what we're doing here in Detroit is that we go into shelters and hire homeless single parents, men and women alike, and we train them in sewing and manufacturing. And what we produce, the thing that we end up with, is a coat that turns into a sleeping bag. That we give out on the streets across the U.S. We're actually giving out coats in 29 states and 4 Canadian provinces. But the real, true, amazing, cool thing that I get to do every day is go into the shelters and hire the people that really wouldn't be given a chance in an interview. And really get to work with them and help them become stable by working with those shelters and the Housing First programs to really make sure that they don't have to fall back. And then they get to create this whole independent life for them and their children. And that's what I get to do every day. It's really wonderful.
Veronika, what's the reaction? I mean, it seems like you're changing lives.
You know, the reaction, especially when I started, was really interesting because people were like, no, homeless people are lazy. They're not going to show up to work. One person actually told me point blank, you're not going to get anybody from the shelter make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, let alone a coat. Your business is going to fail. And that reaction has actually changed over time, which is really amazing that the public are now coming in and meeting the team. We have 25 people now, and we're only 3 years old. And they'll say, you know, oh my God, I can't believe this person was homeless. And you're like, what did you imagine when you got here? What did you picture in your mind? And I think that's the most amazing reaction so far. And then also that the people that we're hiring, like hearing their stories and understanding how they feel to be independent and free from domestic violence and living on their own, or being able to be able to afford a house for the first time and not need to have it subsidized by anybody.
Veronika, this is such an incredible story. Talk about a way to finish up on a Friday. One thing, we hope to have you back, but tell us where people can find out more. Do you have a website?
Yeah, you can find out more about the Empowerment Plan at theempowermentplan.org, sponsor a coat for someone in need on the streets, or even help sponsor a job.
Wow, this is a wonderful story, and Veronika Scott, you have absolutely empowered a lot of people. What, over 9,000 coats made? Thank you for finishing us up on a Friday on a great note. We hope you'll come back and visit with us again. It'd be good to keep up with this story about how people are being empowered. And we hope you'll be back with us again on Monday. In the interim, be sure to watch my Wolfpack tonight. I hope, well, we want you to watch Newsmax TV. That's right, you got on your red too. We'll be looking for you on Monday. Ed Berliner's next on Midpoint. See you Monday morning, 9 in the East, 6 in the West. Stay brave, stay free, stay tuned.